And welcome back to part 10 of What If Naruto Had the Byakugan. All this is pre-recorded on Saturday, so I don't have to do any videos on Christmas. Normally, I don't mind doing that, but my girlfriend would get very... She'd just be, it's Christmas, why you don't have to do any videos or anything like that? She's going to be like that. So, I'm doing them now, Christmas Eve, get them out of the way. Last time on the Naruto What If, though. Naruto and Jiraiya had gone on their mission to find Tsunade. Naruto would also be taught the Rasengan at some point, but they had to deal with Itachi and Kasame. Naruto's Byakugan, though, not only was able to alert him of Itachi and Kasame's presence early on, giving him some time to kind of get the hell out of there, but also allowed him to find Jiraiya as quick as possible and then take care of that scenario. So, Sasuke is also not put under the Tsukuyomi, so we have that happening here. This is a big change. So, beyond that, though, what happens here? Well, you still get a little bit of the same thing. Naruto and Jiraiya are in that. I think were they in a bar? They were in a bar because Jiraiya spent all his money. He was pissed off. And Jiraiya one-shots that guy with the Rasengan. He's like, whoa! And, yep, I'm going to show you how to do that. And so, he gets the items together. They go to train. He shows off the first step of the Rasengan, just pops the balloon. And it's like, whoa, cool. Naruto tries it. Doesn't work, and he asks Jiraiya before Jiraiya goes to do it one more time. This time, however, Naruto activates his Byakugan so he can see what's going on in the balloon. Jiraiya notes this, like, not a bad idea, clever. All right, okay, kid, we'll pay attention one more time. Just pop. It's like, huh. All right, then just Naruto starts to, and still, even with better chakra control and being able to literally see the chakra in the balloon, it's not like this would be just like, haha. No, it still takes Naruto some time to do it. But he's able to get it down quicker, and I would even argue he's able to get it down with one hand. Again, better chakra control in this version, plus being able to actually see how the chakra is supposed to behave. So, yeah, it makes sense that he'd be able to get it down faster. Then we come step 2, using the ball to create power into the attack. So he sees Jiraiya do it, sees the amount of chakra, what's going on there. Naruto makes the attempt, fails, continues to fail. Ultimately, he'd get it down again. And again, I don't think there'd be any reason why he couldn't get this down with just one hand. So he's got the first 2 stages down without any issue. The second stage is still going to be problematic because it's still the highest level of at least shape creation and chakra control there is. Naruto may have better chakra control, to be certain, but he's not that good. Naruto didn't get that good to the very end of the very end of Shippuden. So the original run of Naruto, Shippuden Naruto. He didn't get that good till then. But that's not to say he couldn't at least use his second hand to contain the chakra and with both hands get it down, and so he'd have the chakra, and he'd still be able to, I like the whole idea of doing it kind of like a Bagua. Bagua's a very, if anyone's not sidetracking, Bagua in terms of martial art is all about circular movement. And it's actually a very brutal martial art because it's all about twisting, spinning, all that. So, but I just did that in habit. I've never actually learned Bagua. I know a couple basic movements. That's it. But yeah, create the Rasengan and then just you toss it. Or not toss it, but, use it. So Naruto's got that down, and he shows to Jiraiya, and Jiraiya's like, well, I'll be damned, kid. You got it down. He can still only do it with 2 hands, but the fact that you were able to do it at all is impressive. I guess the only thing now is to practice makes perfect. Make sure you got it down, and then try to get it with 1 hand. Right, and so that's what Naruto keeps doing. He made sure he could do it with 2 hands, and just, haha. And he doesn't even have to do the little cat thing now. He can just haha. And so, almost kind of like an Orosphere when you see Lucario do that in like the Pokemon games. Just you can't toss it. Can't Hadouken it. But then after a while, he starts to do it with 1 hand now that he's got a feel of what the chakra is supposed to feel like, look like, all that. And that's still a struggle. Like the chakra, the Rasengan's a bit bigger because of the chakra leaking out that way. And the chakra's leaking out, but he can kind of do it, but just can't really. Similar to how he kind of did it against Tsunade, but not quite. So they end up fighting Tsunade, fighting Shizune. And sure enough, it's the same shtick. or same thing. It's the same outline. Jiraiya is trying to convince her to come be the Hokage. They're playing cards. She feels the game. Excuse me, 1 second. Yawning. She fails, and no, she fails. She loses their card game. Naruto is like, I won't let you talk bad about the old man. Let's step outside. Fine, Brett. But 1 finger's all I'm gonna need. It's like, oh yeah, but bring it on, you old hag. And then obviously Naruto gets blapped. Like, please, is this the best you can? Come on, kids, it's the best you can do. Why are you so touchy about Hokages? Unlike you, I respect the Hokages. I'm gonna be Hokage. That's my dream. She gets flashed into Milwaukee and Don. He comes in, rushes in, has the Rasengan ready, also has his Byakugan ready. Because he can see, so he's full on going at it. And she cracks the ground. She sees he has basically a perfected Rasengan in his hand, but she also notices that he had to use 2 hands to do it. So he's coming in. She cracks the ground. He goes flying, but is able to kind of catch himself. He comes in again, and he's still got the Rasengan in his hand. Just it's like, best you can do. I don't think so. And then she just cracks through. Let's be fair. Tsunade's strength is so massive that actually, it's a good question, but I think she'd be able to do it. Maybe a little damage to her finger. She, boom, clashes with her finger against the Rasengan, and it does grind like the skin off her finger, and she's just like, but Naruto also just hits her right in the hand right before he goes flying, and he goes boom right in the ground, just You ever fall on the ground just flat on your back, kind of like that? Wind almost knocked out of him, and just gets up. Is that really the best? I gotta admit, kid, that's impressive. I can't believe he knows that technique. I'm not done yet. Yeah, you are. And she goes for 1 more strike, and she notices like a bit of a muscle spasm and a bruising. What? Because at this point, she hasn't even paid attention to his eyes. Remember, when Naruto doesn't have the Byakugan activated, his eyes look normal. So she's like, wait, what? It's like, what did that Brett do to my finger? And she hits him, and still got the super strength, but it's lessened to the point where Naruto is actually able to, like, he's still about to go flying, but then he's got his hand here, and the palm strike comes and hits her arm again, just, and she's, what? What is he? And she's looking, and she's actually seeing the bruising, and she finally, looks at it, that's a Hyuga technique. How is it? She sees it. What the? Where does those eyes? It can't be. He's a Hyuga? But I thought that he was Minato's brat. So he really was. So and Minato really was at least part of Hyuga. No wonder. I have to admit, I underestimated you, Brad. But playtime, and she just moves to a different finger. She probably said, playtime's over. And it's like, that's when Jiraiya gets, and Naruto's like, but that's when Jiraiya's basically like, that's enough. That's like, what are you doing getting involved, Jiraiya? The kid wanted this. Let him get his reward. You and I both know very well. The Brad skills he is basically signing his death warrant if you continue, and he certainly doesn't deserve that. No matter how drunk or angry you might be. Regardless, besides Jiraiya, regardless, what the business you have teaching him that technique when he can never master it? You kidding me? I've got that thing down. When I saw you use it, you only had 2 hands. The idea is to use it with 1 hand. Just give me 3 days and I'll have that jutsu down. Tell you what, I'll give you a week. I'll even throw in my necklace as collateral. Because it shows how much faith she actually had in Naruto. She didn't think she wouldn't bet that if she didn't think she could lose. And if you lose, I get to keep everything. Little froggy here. Hey, my wallet. You're down, Naruto. Just go, fine. And so he goes off training. One big difference here, though, is the fact that Naruto is using the Byakugan to try to understand the shape construct of the Rasengan. I bet he. Sorry, I wanted to be sure no one's here. I bet he even asked Jiraiya to deform it again, and so he can get a good look at it before he tried training again. So Naruto is really struggling, is trying hard, and he's getting close. Again, better chakra control in Byakugan would really help in that regard. So he's getting closer, but he just can't get it. And he does notice Tsunade there because he's got his Byakugan activated. And so he just asks, like, "What do you want? I want to make sure I'm not I'm maybe not asking you, but yeah, I can say, what do you want? Making sure I'm not slacking on our bet." So, then just not, I forgot. I keep forgetting. So Watson, I've been around the Hugo. I forget about that 360 vision you have. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. It's pretty useful. Now, is there something I can help you with, or can I get back to the trade? Well, no, I was just watching you. I gotta admit, Brad. Yeah, while you're annoying, you got that. Well, I got that will of fire the old man always talks about. Well, at least one of us does. Hey, I'm trying to pay you a compliment. Naruto's just like, well, thank you, and I think this might be like a bonding moment for Tsunade and Naruto here for a little bit. Maybe she like brings them a refreshment. Just say, look, if by any chance you are gonna beat me, you're not gonna do it dehydrating yourself all day here. And she just gives him some tea and she says, oh, thanks. And they just kind of take a moment. It's like, and Tsunade just, kind of offhandedly stares at him. And because he reminds him of Milwaukee. And Naruto's like, is there something wrong? You keep staring at me. No, nothing. It's just you remind me of someone. You know? Really? Who would that be? You remind me of my little brother. It's like, oh, is he? What do you mean? Really? Oh, who is he? It's like, he was Milwaukee. He had a dream just like you to be Hokage. He's like, oh, wow, what happened? Naruto, still being Naruto. It's like, well, it's like, oh, really? Wow. I mean, I've never heard of him. Is he important in the village? And she kind of gets very somber. Like, he's dead. It's like, oh, that's right. Oh, I'm sorry. Because at this point, if I remember correctly, Naruto doesn't actually know Tsunade's backstory. He knows a little bit about it, but he doesn't know the true why she left, what happened. And so she goes into not the blood-stained, bloody history of it all, but she basically goes into, both my boyfriend, my lover, and my brother died. And after that, I couldn't do it anymore. And, Naruto kind of looks on and he thinks about it. He's like, but I'm sorry for your loss, but is this really how they would have wanted to see you? Running away, hiding from them, just trying to help their home, your home? Is that real? I mean, they may have died, but they were ninja. They knew the risks. And, I bet given, if you ask them, would they have done it again? I don't think they would have, they'd argue it. And so now he's kind of looking at him and it's like, yeah, you're young. That's a great sentiment, but it doesn't matter. They're still dead. Maybe, but you're still here, I guess. So the question is, are you just going to keep moping around the rest of your days? Or are you going to just, are you going to swallow that pride and actually do something with the rest of your life? And, well, anyway, I got to get back to Trey. Thanks for the tea, old grandma. Don't call me that. Don't call me that, you Brad. And he laughs. But Tsunade contemplates what he's kind of talking about a little bit. And so after that, though, things go roughly the same. I mean, Orochimaru still approaches her along with Kabuto. She still drugs Jiraiya, and then she goes to try to kill Orochimaru. Jiraiya obviously meets up with the rest of them. Naruto barely almost has it there, but he still hasn't quite gotten it down yet. And so we cut to when they show up in the three-way deadlock. Jiraiya tries to summon Gamabunta, fails. Naruto tries to summon Gamabunta, fails because he just can't do it with his own chakra at this point, even with better control, and his reserves even with his reserves are still not quite there. Even though he could maybe he could summon Gamma, but Gamma just would not be good in this fight right now. So even if he summoned Gamma, but Jiraiya's like, all right, kid, but Gamma, get me up there. Gamakichi, keep an eye out on Naruto. He's like, right. And so Naruto goes to aid Shizune with Kabuto. Orochimaru still tries to consume him with the snake. but he's able to gentle fist at her or rotation at her, just kind of like if you get a cheese that's stuck in your throat. He just rotates out of there. And so with him coming after Tsunade, Naruto comes in, does that whole headband block, which was pretty cool. And then even though he's kind of in a bad way at the moment, he just comes right in at Kabuto, guns blazing, just and Kabuto knows he cannot get hit by Naruto. Like, despite the fact that Naruto has some potential, he's not very afraid of him in the original. He says, like, in fact, he yells at him, like, you just threw it all away. Dreams don't come true when you're dead. Like, he was actually legitimately pissed with Naruto there. Here, it's more that, yeah, he may not be, like, a true threat, but he definitely isn't someone I want to take a hit from. So Naruto's just keeping him on his toes as he's got his chakra scalpels. Naruto's got his gentle fist style. He comes in. Kabuto's probably got more hand-to-hand experience than Naruto, although he says Taijutsu is not his forte. It's clear he's still pretty good at it. So he just comes in trying to grab Naruto. I think he could manage to grab his shoulder, missing Naruto's chest. Naruto sees that and just, as soon as he gets the shoulder, just rotation, and Kabuto's like, crap! It's like, damn it! And he just gets his arm nearly grinded off. Just, and, like, almost down to, he's still got tendon, he's still got nerve. Like, he can grow the flesh back on his arm if he really needs to. But it's just, he can barely move it. It's like raw, and bone is exposed, meat, everything there. Like, Naruto really just went all out on that rotation. Just like, I give you credit, Naruto. As he's starting to heal his hand up, it's gonna be, he's like, I'm not gonna be able to mold hand signs with this hand for a little bit. I give you credit, Naruto. You are far more dangerous than we gave you credit for. But you're still this is not a fight you need to be in. So just step aside. Let's do what needs to be done. And let's do what it needs to be done. And you can go on and live and be Hokage. And Naruto just says no. Kabuto comes in. Naruto just comes in. Finally forms a chakra Rasengan as he gets the blade through his hand. Does the Rasengan and using a little bit of gentle fist, blasts it into Kabuto a little bit. Not true launching it like, say, the Vanishing Rasengan from Boruto, but he just boom blasts Kabuto. Naruto still nearly passes out, but he's in slightly better condition here than he is in the original, and then the rest of the scenario goes about the same, albeit that Naruto's kind of still conscious somehow for this. After the fact, Tsunade goes, agrees to be Hokage, and all's well that ends well. So we're going to end this one short. This is where I also ended off in my notes today. And then Wednesday we'll be back with part 11. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.